million people cancelled their subscriptions with Netflix in the past 3 months.
How did Netflix lose $54 billion in a single day? There are many reasons for this, but one of them is the scariest of them all. Netflix can no longer keep up with the competition, meaning it may exit the streaming industry soon. The company has incurred a lot of debt in the past few months. Its library has mediocre offers, and its vault is strapped for cash. How does it justify spending $30 million per episode of Stranger Things? Come on, there's something wrong with that. Imagine competing with Disney, one of the richest companies in the world, or HBO, backed by Warner Bros. There's also Apple TV Plus and Amazon Prime Video, backed by established revenue streams. Apple TV was established in 2006, but has arguably churned more quality content than Netflix. A UK firm discovered that over 1.5 million households cancelled their subscription to a streaming service. Of that figure, 38% cancelled to cut costs. In another report, researchers suggested that half of the consumers feel overwhelmed by the number of streaming services available. As new players like Apple TV Plus, Disney Plus, HBO Max, and Paramount Plus dominate the industry, consumers must choose the necessary services. It is unclear which company will survive. Unfortunately, Netflix is at the receiving end of the cost-cutting mechanism, which keeps eating deep into its market share. Amid the controversy, Netflix is missing out on the point. Rather than focus on its competitor's strength, it is diversifying beyond video. This could be profitable in the future, but seeing that video is its main source of revenue, it would have been best that it invests more in that sector. It launched a gaming service in November 2021 and is expected to invest in branching out into different kinds of content. This time, they aim to target a larger audience. Analysts hope this is a great choice because the competition is stronger than ever. If revolutionizing other aspects of the industry would keep it relevant, so be it. Increased price means the quality must be exceptional to warrant such spending. Netflix is down by 2 factors. Many consumers argue that their shows are subpar and the fees are not worth it. How true is this?
It looks like the company is going to be raising prices on its various plans.
Netflix is notorious for its yearly price, with no assurance of better programs. The basic plan sells for a whopping $10 monthly. This would have been better if it included HD quality streaming. Customers who want to enhance their viewing experience can upgrade to the standard plan, which costs $15 monthly. Its major competitors charge way less for the same service. For instance, Apple TV Plus is $5, Disney Plus Premium is $11, and Hulu No Ads is $13. Netflix pegs its 4K streaming service at $20 monthly. Meanwhile, 4K streaming does not attract additional charges elsewhere. The closest rival to Netflix's 4K plan is HBO Max at $15.50 monthly. We expect the company to increase prices in the coming months. Password sharing remains the shortest way to bypass this unjustifiable fee. For years, this feature served as an effective discount, with tiers of membership allowing for more device streaming simultaneously. Netflix wants to turn this additional household into customers by stopping the password sharing service in 2023. In trials in some South American countries, the company has asked subscribers to pay an additional fee, about $3 monthly, if they share their service with people outside their household. For some years, Netflix's approach to content production has been summed up in the proverb, throw everything at the wall and see what sticks. This streaming service is focused on offering huge titles and varied quality, but renewing only successful ones. It creates a signature look for its content during production: low contrast, saturated colours, simple frame compositions, glossy photography, and an irresistible aesthetic. While these films are attractive and pleasing to the eye, they lack a distinct visual identity. Series like Emily in Paris, House of Paper, and Bridgerton are popular among consumers but are flops to critics. Other renowned series like Stranger Things start well, but the plot flattens into a conventional script. The stories become repetitive and gradually mediocre content starts to creep in. While they are watchable, you hardly find people rewatching them. Critics often cite the series Black Mirror when explaining Netflix's low-quality content. The British anthology series first aired on BBC and kept viewers on their toes. Today, Netflix has the exclusive right to the series and has produced a sweetened version. In the early days, you only needed to see House of Cards and be satisfied that you had so much content to keep you busy throughout the weekend. Today, you can scroll endlessly through the catalogue and not find anything worth seeing. Elon Musk waded into the subject matter with a controversial tweet saying, "The woke mind virus is making Netflix unwatchable." The phrase woke mind virus went viral immediately after it was posted, with internet users searching for the possible meaning. Woke, in this context, is a term used to describe content or people who are intellectually awake and conscious, as opposed to boomers who hold on to old-fashioned prejudices. Critics of the millennials say they sometimes go too far to show off their wokeness. Netflix has been slammed several times for attempting to depict unconventional topics like feminism, LGBTQ, religious extremism, and gender roles. Conservative critics say the streaming platform uses every opportunity to support pro-left content. For rightists, Netflix's quality problem is traced to the woke virus. And now, to the ultimate reason Netflix is the biggest loser in the streaming industry. This is the point Netflix regrets the most. Losing over $50 billion in one day is not something any business envisages. In an April 2022 earnings call, Netflix announced that it lost 200,000 paying customers than it gained within that period. The announcement panicked Wall Street, causing the company to lose $54.4 billion in market capitalization overnight. This remains the largest single-day decline in its history. The second biggest drop was in January 2022, when it saw $49 billion in market capitalization shaved off. Nearly 300 employees were laid off as a cost-cutting measure. It admitted that password sharing contributed to over 100 million freeloaders feeding off someone else's account. The loss of 700,000 customers in Russia also affected its earnings. As if that wasn't enough, over 600,000 users in the US and Canada unsubscribed, and another 300,000 followed suit in Africa, the Middle East, and Europe. They were only comforted by their gains in the Asia-Pacific region, but it still didn't do much. The results were far worse than the company expected. Clearly, the competitors are gradually edging it out, as HBO Max gained 3 million subscribers and Discovery Plus 2 million. Netflix still dominates the overall subscriber base with over 230 million subscribers, but Disney Plus is speedily catching up, with 161.8 million subscribers since launching in 2009. This is a close call if you ask me. For fear that Disney will get a larger chunk of the streaming market, Netflix added a cheaper ad-supported tier. This move aims at turning around the recent drop in subscribers. It costs only $6.99 monthly, against the basic without ads going for $9.99 monthly. Users who subscribe to this plan cannot download movies to watch later, and not all content is available. It also comes with a 15 or 30-second commercial that plays before and during the content. The streaming giant misses the point with this cheap strategy. It forgets that if it has the content people want to see, they wouldn't mind spending $19.99 monthly for it. If it doesn't, even $6.99 is a rip-off. Disney is more focused on its content than its price. Its streaming model is built such that there's one major show streaming weekly. That way, a dedicated audience keeps tabs on the show's date and time. This trick helped it build the second most popular streaming service in under 3 years, and even raise the price. After it announced an increase from $6.99 to $7.99, customers were unperturbed, provided the show delivered on its promise. And that's where Netflix gets it all wrong. It thinks it's a pricing problem. The giant needs more hit shows to warrant those fees. After grabbing attention with those shows, sustain the excitement by releasing one episode after another rather than all at once. When the audience gets it all in one day, they are bored and look forward to the next show, which may not be forthcoming anytime soon. It gets so monotonous that they seek an alternative elsewhere. While many say it's too early to predict doom for Netflix, we cannot help but admit that the giant is gradually losing grip of the market. With more must-see television shows that get people talking and an occasional release, Netflix would be on its way to reclaiming its lost title. Disney will be forced to admit that the king is back for its crown. Let us know in the comment section how Netflix can overcome this phase. Please subscribe to Incredibler if you haven't already, and see you in the next episode.